Okay, Sunday. Okay, so I thought I would catch up, like totally catch up with Slipknot. I guess the first one that they released was Chapeltown Rag. Um, Now, for some odd reason, I've only heard people say they didn't like it, so I'm like not sure what to expect. Oh, and just like I said last time, yen actually is growing on me, very much so. Even more so because I watched Alex Hefner react to it, and he pointed out, he was like, this reminds me of Type O Negative, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I've only heard one Type O Negative song, but that song was so, I don't know, just so memorable, that when I compare it to the Slipknot song, I'm like, oh my gosh, it does sound like a Type O Negative. I'm wondering if that's where they got some inspiration from, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, so, Chapeltown Rag. Let's check this out. It's funny because I'm like, I don't know what Chapeltown is, and to me, a rag, like, I'm a piano player. I have played, The Entertainer, Maple Leaf Rag, like, that's a kind of piano music. It's been so long since I played, what's the dude's name? Scott Joplin? That's what I want to say it is. But yeah, so that's the first thing that I'm like, how are they going to do that kind of music with metal? Although Avatar did kind of like a Charleston with theirs, so I'm sure anything's possible. So anyway, for the lyrics, oh yes, you can skip the lyrics at this time. I had to make sure I was pointing in the right direction. So, according to Loudwire, not me, Loudwire, so if it's wrong, go to Loudwire and then tell me what's right in the comments. It says Corey Taylor watched a Netflix documentary called The Ripper about a serial killer that was plaguing northern England in the late 70s. Okay, so this is different than Jack the Ripper. Okay. So it happened in, see, I said it again. I'm like saying Chapeltown and happened at the same time. Okay, it happened in Chapeltown, which is where that comes from. I was like, oh. And it was the hunting ground for Peter Sutcliffe, who's known as the Yorkshire Ripper. So after Corey finished that, Netflix recommended another serial killer documentary, and he would watch that, and then another and another, and I totally get that. But you know what? Sometimes when you're on a binge, that's the best thing to do, is just, but I get what it's saying. It just leads you down. So it says, as the story goes, the local newspaper, or rag, I didn't know that was another word for, like, newspaper, so that makes sense. They were saying that the lead detective on the case, that the Ripper was choosing prostitutes or wayward women as his victims. So a lot of the search for the Ripper delved into the moral failings of the murdered women as opposed to the motivations of the killer. Which I can see more like in the 1800s or early 1900s, but I victim shaming, I guess is what it is. I'm like, yeah, okay, so maybe they shouldn't be doing like something like that, but that's not a reason to kill somebody, and for the police to focus on that instead of why he was killing, that's really dumb. So I guess it was totally messed up. An over 5-year investigation, the police brought this Sutcliffe dude in 9 times, before they had enough evidence to arrest him. I'm like, how? I don't know, I'm gonna have to read up on this case, or maybe I'll have to watch that documentary that he did. So Corey Taylor, he relates that to modern problems with the media, because they waste all this time and all this money and all these resources because they refuse to be wrong. So they're somehow blaming the women, and they refuse to be wrong. So, okay, that could make sense too. What does that sound like in this day and age? Such a weird echo of social media. And the fact that social media tries to steer you towards violence or towards the most toxic thing or the most toxic moment. And he looked at it from that standpoint, which I 100% agree with. I am super picky about media that I listen to. Social media at this moment, I don't really trust much. Very few media. And I like to hear both sides of things, so yeah. And so then this first line, that everything is God online, I was thinking maybe it's more like everybody's playing God online, and it's as evil as it gets. Like they're treating like, I'm God, you listen to me, I'm right. That's kind of how I'm taking it since I read that, so yeah. I'm super curious about what this, because I've heard so much negativity about it. It's not my favorite, I don't know. So I'm trying not to, I'm trying to go into this with a fresh mindset. But I am curious because the Dying Song and Yen were so, different. I'm like, okay, what is this one gonna be?
Read all about it if you want to know. Read all about what they want you to know. Everything is gone online, and it's as evil as it gets. This is no fucking trick, either follow or abandon. Get infected by a vertical event. Check the meter, check your what. Are they ever gonna stop? Running out of daylight, night time's better, but we know how to handle the truth, motherfucker. Scandalous, know-it-all feedback chamber. Nobody wants the proof, they want a number. We don't deny what is wrong with our lives. We can't decide.
Dude, that's creepy.
What is left of our right to silence our minds. Buried in the back and I'm sticking alive. Hollow as a breath, the further you die.
Yeah! Gosh, you think, I gotta be, expecting this every time. I'm not thinking about the bird finger when I start, all these metal reactions. But every time there's one, I should be expecting it by now. But every time it happens, so I'm like, yeah! I get so excited. Oh my goodness. Hey, so far, I love it. I mean, it sounds very Slipknot-ish, which, when I said that Yen didn't remind me of them, there was a few people that actually told me, they do have a lot of songs like that, I just haven't listened to them yet, so I apologize, I will get there. I'm totally gonna get through every Slipknot song that I can get through, so hopefully all of them. But yeah.
Hollow as a breath, the further you dive. Oh, Mr. Honesty.
Ooh,
You never
like that.
mess with your
That little
intensity.
key.
You're gonna need a new disguise. Vessels burst, beams released, just slide into the nearest light.
Okay, I really like that little key change they're doing. It makes it sound almost creepy, kind of, yeah, something's not right. Although reading that this song kind of like he was thinking about the Ripper type of thing. It did, I mean, like kind of, I don't know. Maybe it has nothing to do with it, but it connects it in my mind, so it's so cool. I liked that.
Police just slide into the nearest light. All the ligatures are getting tight. Like a style, murder another mouth before the trial. Scalpel and then you scalp from the fucking death. Kills for the other vampires and surrogates. It's a ploy for attention and evidence. All your fucking monsters are flaws in your common sense. Do the dance while the shovels are bringing dirt. Everybody mind your fucking business or you get eyes. We don't deny what is wrong with our lives. We can decide what is left of our right to silence our remorse.
Okay, I gotta say, I love that when the certain members of the band aren't doing, like, playing their instrument or doing anything like that, they're interacting with the other members of the band and just goofing off and just, I mean, I can see how they could get, like, a whole crowd just riled up and going because, you know, there's always somebody just, yeah, I'm like, it's so cool. I really like it. Although that was at Sid. I'm still learning all the names, by the way. And I don't know all their real names yet either. But it reminds me of like one of those little mannequin dolls. What do you call those? Having a brain fart. The ones that you make them speak. Ventriloquist? Yeah, those little puppets. That's what it kind of reminds me of. And creepy. Creepy! Okay. Anyway, okay, let's rewind.
Right to silence our remorse. Buried in the back and I'm sticking alive. Hollow as a brain, the further you die. Oh, Mr. Namaste.
I love that.
You never miss with your integrity. You're gonna need a new disguise. Vessels burst, veins released, just slide into the nearest light. Get your hands in the fucking ambulance. Know about it if you want to know. Everything you got online. About it if you want to know. Everything you got online. About it if you want to know. Stone like a beast on a chain. Looking dead, feeling strange. What the fuck? A material that's so into the stains. Like a cattle, like a bait, like a martyr in restraint. I can kill with a will and destroy her every day. I'm a knife, I'm a gun, I'm a slit, I'm a scar, I'm a scream, I'm a doubt, I'm a threat, I'm afraid that you will never understand. I'm not the type. You better call the triple night. I wanna fight. That you can only recognize. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
So, what is he, that bat? Does he have it like soaked in something and then he lights it on and then he hits something? Okay, but anyway, that little part right there with Corey spitting out those bars there, it was like super fast. I don't know, there was the way he said a couple of the words together, it reminded me of Red Hot Chili Peppers, that give it away, give it away, give it away. You know how he like blends those words together. The way he did that, it had that sound to it, and that's what I'm like, although watching this crowd, I'm like, man, when I go to this concert, I am not gonna fit in. I am gonna stick out so bad, I'm like nervous. Everybody's gonna be looking at me like, what the heck is she doing there? Although I am thinking I might create my own Slipknot t-shirt to wear, so maybe I won't stick out as much, and then I'll have something cool. That looks so fun.
When everything is gone online, nothing is. When everything is gone online.
it. Won't be over. Start over again. Play through twice. I'm waiting to make sure. I don't want an ad to come on though, so I have to make sure. I think that's it, but that's okay. I didn't want it to end, okay? I don't know why anybody would dislike that. I absolutely loved it. I think so far the Dying Song is my number 1. This one's got to be my number 2. My number 2. Okay, sorry. And Yen is number 3 for me. Those are the 3 that they've released. Have they released anything else yet? I've been trying to watch for it, but I haven't seen anything yet. So, but yeah, out of those 3, that's the order that they're going in. Okay. 16 minutes. I'm kind of hyper today, guys. Had a lot of caffeine, and then I made these like s'mores brownies, allergy free. They don't look allergy free and they don't taste allergy free, and so I've like had all this sugar, and I'm just so that makes me talk a lot, and sometimes it makes me talk like really fast, so sorry. But anyway, that was Slipknot, the Chapeltown Rag. Got it. I really like that. Ha! It didn't happen during the song. Alright, so comment, like, subscribe. Well, I did that on the wrong part. Oh well. Come to my social media. Come say hello. I haven't actually got rid of my Patreon yet because I'm debating on whether, like, what I should do with it. I'm gonna try and do some research on it and see like all the different things that I can do with it, especially because the P.O. box isn't really doing anything, and I think I only have somewhere. When did I get that? So I think I have till next month. I can't afford it again, and if nobody's gonna use it at the moment, then I'm gonna close it and maybe wait for a while, or wait till I have more money, because I don't, yeah. Okay, anyway, that's all I got, so we'll see everybody next time.